Started. Hey, welcome to the Triple Two PC podcast, coming to you straight out of the DFW Metroplex. I'm Kev, he's Keith, and this is the Triple Two PC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
my I'm Keith. He's Kevin. He's Kevin, and I'm Keith. The dynamic duo. Wonder Twin Powers, activate. What's up,
Look,
my man?
hey man, another day in paradise, doing what we do. Hey, looking forward to a great episode of the Triple Two PC. Man, one thing I put on my Facebook page today, I don't know if you guys are following me, but I put on my Facebook page today, man, it's like what I would like people to start doing, man, is loving life. Let's love this life every
Yeah,
moment.
yeah, man. I'm with that. Hey, man, I second that
All
notion.
right, all right. The loving
So,
life movement has begun.
ASAP. When we want y'all to start doing it? Yesterday.
There we go.
Yeah, man, I'm with that, brother. So check this out, fam.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I always like to say much love to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I get the reciprocity. You know what I'm saying? Like I told the people, I hope they get tired of me doing it. That mean they hearing me. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Yeah, man, that's just good stuff to me, brother. That's good stuff, man. I'm gonna keep it brief like that though. You my mans. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, so I got something for you.
Okay.
I was again, my that twilight being my in between time, the time when I lay down, but before I go to sleep. So in between that time, right? And I was up late, man. It was probably like 3:30, almost 4 in the morning, man. I was just laying in bed and, thinking about this awakening.
Okay.
Right. So, and how my mind kind of clicks, man. So the awakening is one thing. I like to, me, I like to think about the flip side, the other end of the spectrum, without playing devil's advocate. And so what I'm saying is, I thought about something, man, and here it is.
Okay.
No further ado. One word, and you tell me what it sparks, all right? Sleep.
Wow, I mean that's a lot because
Take off.
in what sense, right? So then we're gonna look at the physical scientific definition of sleep, which is continuing to grow by the moment. The sleep and awareness of self, of the
Hmm.
universe. Sleep where you have been put basically into what we say indoctrination, to where you can't realize the truth, even when you
Uh-huh.
hear it, see it,
Right on.
read it, whatever. So for me, it's a lot of different ways of looking at sleep.
Right. Attack it how you want to.
The biggest
Any
thing,
one of
the
them.
biggest thing I see when it comes to sleep, really is knowing yourself.
Okay.
And I will say
Okay.
it this way, and I think a little differently. I'm assuming than a lot of people, but I think of it this way.
You're thinking more like conscious, third
Yes,
eye kind of stuff.
right. Because I think for you to be able to accomplish all the things in your purpose, that you have to be aware of self, all your faults, all your goods, all the things that you hide from everybody else. You have to look those things in the mirror and be aware of them, confront them, know what they are, and be real about it, and understand that essence of that thing is what makes you who you are as well. Because sometimes you have to know the low of the low to know the highs of the high. So for me, the sleeping is not necessarily something external, but mainly internal.
Gotcha. So it's like, of course, we know the physical sleep, where you go and get some rest,
Right.
right? Right. And that's not what you're alluding to, but we're going to cover them all
Yes, sir.
because I like to give context, just like you did. And there's that sleep, physical, there's the conscious sleep, like you said. And I kind of wanted to jump on the physical part of it
Okay.
but it kind of goes into the metaphysical.
Right.
So, you're laying down and you're going to sleep. Well, let's back up because I've been, hearing some things. Shout out to my man Billy Carson, man. Dr. Delbert Blair. You understand me? I've been listening, man.
Man,
Bill
you know
Donahue.
what you're saying? There's some great information out there, man. I think in this age of awakening, this age of Aquarius, as we've been alluding to a lot, that those names are
Yes.
becoming even more prominent with people as they starting to hear this information. So I'm glad you said those guys' names, man, because that's big.
Well, and I said their names because I needed to be known that I'm not trying to become a disciple.
Right.
I'm just trying to find the truth. And anyone that's talking truth, I'm interested. You know what I
Same.
mean?
Likewise, my brother. Likewise.
So, I brought all them guys up because of the information they put out there, and I try to get my own interpretation. And here one goes. So I believe it was Billy Carson though that said, "Hey man, so sleep is, you go down in and you go get the physical sleep, right? You go lay in the bed, right? And all of us, man, there's nobody that I haven't asked this that it hasn't happened to. There's this thing, man, where you feel like you can't get up, right? You
Mm-hmm.
can't wake up, you can't move, you can't breathe. What do you call that?
Are you talking about like sleep paralysis? A lot of people call
Yeah,
that
man.
a witch been on your back. It's been a lot of different names
Yeah.
given to that.
Yeah, man. The devil
And I've
himself.
I've experienced that as well. So yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. So we're still batting 1,000. So you feel like I always thought that was because I was not quite all the way up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but there's some truth into that from what I've been researching. So you get sleepy and tired, that body has to rest. And we all know that. If you don't sleep, you die. So you're getting, but that happens because of what the source put in you. Some people call it created in his image. We like to call it the source. People call it God or, whatever you want to call it, from whence you came, right? Is
Mm-hmm.
in you. And so your body is just what? Flesh, right? Oh, weak flesh. And that flesh gets tired. It can't maintain and sustain carrying that powerful energy,
Yeah.
that powerful
It
light,
has to
that powerful
replenish.
source. It has to replenish. And so I just wanted to put that out there, man, because that is just so amazing to me. Because so what's happening is when you get that big lady or the witch on your back or the devil, whatever it is, when you feel like you're up and you can't get up, most people have said this, what? Because we've all been under indoctrination. They say, it's the devil. And I say, Jesus. And he lets me go, right?
Mm.
You've heard that, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I have.
Okay.
I
Okay.
definitely have.
Okay. And so what's really happening is that source, that light that's in you, it leaves that body because it's trying to what? Go back to the source all the time. It's always trying to talk to the source. So that source, man, may leave you, and from what's being said, it goes to different dimensions. Hence why sometimes you say, "Hey, man, I had this dream. I was outside my body, and this and this and this." See, you're recalling that. So, uh, sorry to inform you, that wasn't a dream.
Right.
You just remembered something from another level or another dimension or another world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so what's happening is that sometimes you try to get up before your source returns. And that's why you feel the sleep paralysis. And I got my air quotes up.
Right. Right. Yeah.
You know, so what do you think about that, man?
Yeah. I totally can see that point of view for real because it makes sense. I mean, for lack of any other kind of definition of it, that seems to be the one that comes closest to making sense for exactly how people feel when they're going through this.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, here's something that's interesting though. Let's say even in a physical sense, how would you know if someone was immortal? They would never sleep.
Uh, they would never sleep. Right, right. They would never age, I guess, too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, so if they're immortal now, we go to sleep for repair, right? Body repairs itself while they sleep too, right?
Yeah. Your body's no
So
longer in need of repair. It's immortal. It's
yeah.
like if you
So if
bought a
it's
car that never had to have maintenance done on it.
well, that's my whole point. If they're immortal, then they can't get hurt, so they don't need sleep to
Right,
replenish.
right.
Makes sense to me.
Yep.
There it is. And so I just thought that was interesting, man, because like I was saying, man, we've attributed a lot of things because we've been up under indoctrination. You know, we don't know any better. So I wanted to bring that up because it's time for us to start looking at things that we've uh, referred to by default. If something happens, then we attribute it to just one thing. But that one thing, man, has come up under all this indoctrination that we've been under, and we can't help ourselves. So this was just a mental exercise to try to get people to understand that because someone tells you something and then you start believing it, well, your subconscious, your conscious, everything starts making that thing make sense.
Yeah.
And if that thing doesn't make sense, we need to stop trying to justify it with these urban legends and mama's tales and what grandma said. And it's time out for that, man, because that doesn't fit in the age of Aquarius.
It's got to be truth, right? Because the truth should resonate. If you are a truth seeker, right, it would be evident in your past, right?
Correct. Correct.
Now, and speaking along those lines, this is something that just came to me. So let's say you are a person in the world. So this is for anybody. And you sleep in the bed, because we're talking about sleep.
Right.
How would you want to be woken up? Do you want to be woken up when the alarm boop, 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 boop going off? Do you want to be woken up, really gently?
Right.
Do you want to smell the pancakes cooking in the morning and wake up like that? Right? Because when you answer that question, this is examining yourself, then that's how you're going to do your research and your study.
There you go. With the capacity that you have.
With the capacity that you have. So some people need soft, gentle. Some people need it to be right in their face, and it gets them up, and that's their energy for that morning, and that energizes them. Let's go, let's go, let's go. But, so I think for you, if you get to know yourself, know how you like things and how you receive things, but just don't get stagnant is the key. Like, keep receiving.
Yeah.
That's the female principle.
Yeah, no doubt. The female principle. I like that. I hear you. Because it's funny, man. You just made me think, like, when some people, man, you got to go shake them like you're trying to shake them alive to wake them up. You know what I mean? Then you got other people you can just say, hey, you don't even have to touch them and they'll wake up. Then you have people that if you wake up, boy, you got to back up because they'll swing on you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it just makes me think, where have they been? If somebody's punching when they wake up, where have they been? Where is that source? Where did it go? Why is it, why are they so animated? You know what I mean?
Right.
And then you got the people that are calm. Makes me wonder. I wonder if they went somewhere really serene and came back into their body and they're just cooler than the other side of the pillow. You know what I mean?
All right. Hey, this is the 222 PC. We have a minute and a half left, but we still in it.
Man,
to win it.
Goes so fast, which lets me know that it wasn't no BS. It wasn't no saran wrap. It was not see-through.
No, sir. But man, that's a great topic because, sleep is something real. So for us to perceive sleep, right, we perceive it on ourselves first, and then we try to wake up from our sleeps, right? And then for those of you who have empathy and sympathy for others, you perceive the sleep in them and you try to help them as well. But to know them is what you need to do, because how do they need to be woken up?
Because people will tell you, you're not making me happy. So from now on, you tell them it's not my job to make you happy. You have to make you happy. And then I can add to it.
Yes, sir. 30 seconds remaining. This is the 222 PC podcast with Kevin and Keith.
Peace, y'all.
You saying peace with 20 seconds left?
You picked right up on it. That was your cue to feel the rest. You got this down to a science, my brother.
And for those of you that may be just tuning in for the first time with the 222 PC, we are a brand new podcast coming to you from the Marble Network. And please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll catch you next time on the 222 PC podcast.
Gone.